My children told me, stop calling us. So I stopped and called my lawyer instead. Shocked when the words echoed through the silent house long after the call had ended. Mom, please stop calling us. We're busy. We'll reach out when we have time. The line went dead. Margaret sat at her kitchen table, her phone still in her trembling hand. Around her were framed photos of birthdays, graduations, Christmas mornings, and family vacations. Memories of two children she had loved with every piece of her heart. She wasn't asking for money. She wasn't asking for favors. She simply wanted to hear their voices. For months, every call had been ignored. Every text received a cold reply, if it received one at all. When she finally reached both of them during a family video call, they spoke as if she were an inconvenience instead of their mother. You're calling too much, her son Daniel sighed. We have our own lives now, her daughter Emily added. Please, stop calling us. Margaret nodded quietly. I understand. She didn't argue. She didn't cry. She simply hung up. The next morning, she did exactly what they asked. She stopped calling. Instead, she called her lawyer. Good morning, Mrs. Bennett. The attorney answered warmly. I need to update my will, Margaret said calmly. And I'd like to discuss transferring my lake house to someone else. The lawyer paused. Are you certain? I've never been more certain. That lake house wasn't just property. It was where Daniel learned to fish. Where Emily took her first steps along the wooden dock. Where birthdays, anniversaries, and family reunions filled every summer with laughter. But for 5 years, neither child had visited. Not once. Meanwhile, Margaret's next-door neighbor, Sarah, had become the family she never expected. Sarah brought groceries after surgeries, fixed broken shelves, celebrated holidays with her, and never left without asking, do you need anything before I go? The decision suddenly felt easy. A week later, the paperwork was complete. The lake house, along with a generous portion of Margaret's estate, would one day belong to Sarah and her young daughter. Months passed. Margaret kept her promise. No calls. No messages. No birthday reminders. Silence. Then, unexpectedly, Daniel called. Mom, we've been trying to reach you. I know. Why didn't you answer? You asked me to stop calling. I assumed you also wanted some distance. There was an awkward silence. Then came the real reason for the call. We were planning a family vacation, Daniel said carefully. Could we use the lake house next month? Margaret took a slow breath. I'm afraid that won't be possible. What do you mean? It isn't mine anymore. Confusion quickly turned into panic. What are you talking about? I transferred it months ago. Emily's voice suddenly joined the speakerphone. You? What? I gave it to someone who has actually been there for me. Neither child spoke. Finally, Daniel whispered. You gave away our inheritance. Margaret's voice remained gentle. No. I gave away my gratitude. You thought my love would always be waiting, no matter how little you gave in return. Love may be unconditional, but relationships require effort. The silence on the other end was heavier than any argument. For the first time, her children understood that they hadn't lost a lake house. They had nearly lost their mother long before they ever lost the inheritance. Margaret quietly ended the call, looked out across the peaceful water shimmering beneath the evening sun, and smiled. Some people inherit property. The truly fortunate inherit the chance to love someone before it's too late.